All right.
Yeah.
Turono Talks right there. There was the sync. Here we are in the place to be. Turono Talks podcast. We have a room full of individuals right now. Everybody introduce yourselves.
The guest first, or
Yeah.
We can go with the guest first.
fair enough.
We can go with the guest first.
PvP represent 80s favorite babies, the king of the dot.
Hey.
Alice Fishman represent Fun Up Entertainment.
Word.
Yeah.
And two of our hosts.
Yeah, you know who it is, man. Dustin, these nuts, 80s favorite babies, something like that.
I'm tired of saying this shit. Don't worry, we get to the shits when we get to the shits.
He's the DJ, you know his name. So we're gonna get to the shits real soon. But first, let's cover a couple things.
How's the trip,
a
man?
couple of simple things. The
What
trip
you
was
inspired,
awesome. LA,
Yeah.
man, it was beautiful. It was my first time out there.
Yeah.
It was dope. Shout out to Young Baka Productions. We did a show the first night at the Airliner, and you said KOTD's hosted events there. Dope, man. That's dope. So,
Shout out Baka, man. That's a real cool
yeah,
dude,
Baka's
man.
the shit. They're in New York right now, actually doing their thing.
Yeah, shout out that whole crew, man. I love those guys, man, and I hope they're doing big things out in New York, man.
They're killing it, yo. But yeah, man, it was cool, man. Aside from that, we did Santa Monica, Bubba Gump Shrimp. That shit was, just gotta do that sometimes.
Yo, did you actually get
cool.
to meet Bill Burr?
I didn't meet him, no. People on Facebook are bugging. I put that out there too. I said I was going to Jimmy Kimmel, and people are like, "Congratulations" and stuff. I'm like, I think you may have misunderstood what I was saying here.
Did you actually get to the Jimmy Kimmel show?
We went to it.
Oh, dope.
I wasn't on it.
Oh, you didn't get to
Like, oh, yo, you made it, man. Yo,
Yeah,
congrats, bro.
I'm pretty sure I'd have been a little more hype if I was.
No,
on
not
the
like
show.
you were on it. Like you were actually in the audience.
No, I know,
so.
but people on Facebook are like tripping. They're like, "Yo, congrats!" And like, like in the first couple times, I thought, "Oh, that's a weird way to say that's sick." And then after a bit, I realized like what people were thinking. I'm like, "Yo, that's kind of strange."
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be a little bit more excited
Yeah,
than that.
I think it would be bigger news if you were actually a guest on the Jimmy Kimmel show. It would be fucking, big things. But dope, man. How was it? How actually was
it was
the
cool,
recording?
man. Morgan Freeman and Bill Burr were on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
it was dope. It was funny.
How much did Morgan's voice, sound like God's voice to you?
Well, man, as soon as he started talking, I looked over to Lindsay. I'm like, I want him to narrate my life.
Word.
For real.
Shout out to Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, man. Morgan Freeman's a G.
Batman Joe.
Yeah, man.
Remember that movie?
Yo,
You guys remember
no.
was it Stand By Me or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where he's got the
I haven't seen that shit in years.
Oh,
Yo,
man,
make
it's
some
a
noise for
fucking-
Morgan Freeman. But yeah, I wasn't really feeling the band they had on the show that night. Like, can't remember the name. But I guess that's for the best because they were trash.
What's like the flow? Of the
Midland, I think, or some shit like that.
What's the flow of the taping like? Is it like stop, start, or is it like kind of like just?
No, it's stop, start. Here, you gotta talk a little bit closer.
sorry,
to the mic. But yeah, yo, the shit is like super stop, start. Like, they're like, yeah. Like, I don't know. They do time out like around the same time as a commercial. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's like there's breaks and shit, and there's like hype men there and like
Yeah, that's what I
studio
was gonna
techs
ask,
and
like,
stuff
during
who
the
like
commercial.
talk to you beforehand
Okay.
and during commercials and stuff. It's just kind of like, well, it's trippy.
Yeah, do they have like a comedian who comes out and tells jokes?
There was
for
a
few moments
comedian,
and
yeah,
shit?
and he kept plugging his show. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be at this place tonight. Come out and check me. And I'm like,
Okay.
This guy probably makes a living off doing like
This guy get that money,
local
man.
comedy shows, just being the host of the fucking live recording.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's a gig right there.
He's probably getting paid a fucking shit ton of money just for hosting the Jimmy Kimmel show in between commercials. Like,
Exactly, right?
dude, like that's his day job. Imagine the connects he gets off of that
Yeah.
thing. So
That's
pretty
crazy.
cool, man. So what else happened in LA? How was the weather? How were the women?
Beautiful,
You know,
but the
like-
funny thing is, yeah, man, the women, they look what you would think.
We allowed to look? We allowed to look?
Man, there's a lot of silicone
No,
popping.
were
you
you
know what
allowed
I'm
to
saying?
look?
A lot of
Okay.
Botox and silicone popping out there. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it, man. I believe it. How was the football game?
Football game was dope.
Okay.
There's an old Coliseum down there, which is like, it's like they've done like the Olympics there and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like a historical place. They were like renovating the inside, so it was all just ripped apart on the inside. There's
Okay.
nothing in there. But it was cool, man. It was live. Packers almost won the shit, but you know, they'll fumble at the end. It's all right. That's all right.
There you go. Your girl's a Packers fan too, right?
Yeah, and I am
So
by
she must-
default. You
so
know,
you
I
must
was
be
rocked out in
pissed.
Packers gear, you know. That's the default team because I don't watch sports.
Nah.
I don't fuck about sports, but
You gotta watch
Yo,
football.
typically,
man.
I'd be pissed off at you for rocking any other like non-Toronto team, but football, since we don't have one, I don't care.
Hey.
Dude, we got the Argos. We got
Yeah,
the CFL.
fuck Argos.
Man.
Yeah, but I mean NFL. Like,
Yo, you know the CFL
I'm rooting for the
existed before
Tiger
NFL,
Cats.
though, right? CFL's existed long before the NFL.
Word?
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit.
Dude, CFL's like over 100 years old. NFL's only a Super Bowl like what? Fucking 50 something?
Is it even that high?
I
I think it's actually like, isn't it still
40-something?
under 40?
I don't know. I'm
Fuck,
not
I don't know,
exactly
man.
sure.
That
But yeah, the
shit's
CFL,
not- I actually don't fucking watch football at all, man.
first,
So, like, I'm like,
apparently the first actual professional football game was played in Toronto. It was like Toronto
Say
versus
word.
Princeton or Montreal versus Princeton or some shit like
So
that.
you saying we invented hockey and football?
I would not be fucking surprised. I think we did.
Make some noise for Canada.
and
inventing-
yeah.
And basketball.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
basketball.
Especially that shit.
Yep. And a telephone.
Hey, make
Which
some
we're
noise.
using right now. It's
Right?
And we're gonna be using for some funnier shit in a minute.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Canada in general, man.
Shout out to
You know?
Canada. But yeah, man, aside from that, I don't really remember now because I'm like all high and shit right now.
Well, it was your birthday weekend.
You do an
right?
episode
And-
with Dustin every time. He smokes you this crazy blunt first, and then you come up here and like you don't smoke like that. You just vegged out, and then Dustin's like, "Hey, man, it's like I
let's
just
go."
drank a coffee.
Yeah, it's just a regular.
I'm perking."
It's just a regular Wednesday afternoon for me.
Yeah,
Evening.
the funny shit is about Dustin is if he didn't smoke that blunt, then he'd be all
He'd be like-
"Ah,
He'd be all out
that's
and
just
fried.
like coffee to him, bro.
Hey, Dustin, what's up?
Tired. I haven't had my. No, I don't even smoke till the nighttime though. Like I'm not a day smoker, so when the sun goes down, that's when I actually like smoke. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't even drink coffee. Like I don't
From
wake up
dusk
and
till
drink
dawn.
coffee. Yeah, exactly. Once I start smoking my first one, smoke a couple other for the night. But I'm not the dude who like wake and bakes. I don't even like drink coffee in the morning. I'm a straight like water.
Oh,
like, just
man.
start the day type guy.
Coffee is like coffee and tacos. Like that's enough to live off right there.
Like, coffee.
Yo,
and
who the fuck
tacos.
doesn't love tacos?
I
Yo,
had
shout
some
out to
tacos
La
the other day.
Carnita. I wish I still worked there because I want free tacos.
Yeah. Free fucking tacos.
Shout outs to free
man.
tacos at La Carnita.
Nice.
Hey.
Shout out La Carnita, man.
Yeah, Carnita.
Carnita. I apologize.
A white guy trying to give you the fucking accent is crazy.
Hey, did anyone like
I don't know
assume
what I'm
possibly
doing.
like Mexican down there, or you get any like anything like that down there?
What, like some cocaina?
Yeah, no. Did
No.
anyone like hey, like think you were like just a white Mexican dude down in LA? Or,
Oh, no, no one
they
called
think
me
you're
essay.
local?
Nah, nobody
they-
rolled up on me.
Okay, dope.
I ain't
dope.
getting no love like that. I pretty well looked like a tourist the whole time I was there. Pretty well.
Did you get called out for that? Were they like, hey, like they could tell you're not local? Or?
Nah, man, because I didn't really. I mean, all right, the one shit that happened was like when we were walking the street on the way to the Packers game.
Yeah.
Me and my girl, because she's like this white blonde girl with blue eyes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, we look like your typical white fucking, and we're dressed in Packers gear going to a football game, and some guy behind us was like, "So yeah, you're fucking racist too?"
Oh my god.
I was like, oh.
Welcome to America.
Lindsay's like, "You think he's talking to us?" I'm like, "Nah, girl."
What is he talking?
They're like a
to?
block away. I'm like, "Yeah,
Like,
he's,
yo,
de-
like,
he's
how do you-
definitely
how do you
talking
think
to
he
us."
meant it too.
Oh
like,
my god, that's
was he
fucked
like,
up,
"Oh,
man.
you're racist too"? High five, or like,
No, I
just
definitely
saying,
like
you're
nah.
racist too.
Like-
I don't, you know what I mean though? Like,
In the way he said it, the context I took it in was like, "Oh, you're racist too." You know,
talk
yeah,
like
it was
that's what I was
aggressive.
getting at.
Like, yeah.
Was it on some,
It
like,
wasn't like
camaraderie shit, or, like,
it
calling
wasn't
you
like
racist?
black power meets with white power. Let's take over every other race type shit. It
They were
was
just
like,
no, fuck you.
nah, it was like, "Oh, you're one of them,"
Wow.
and I was kind of like, "Whoa."
Without
Welcome
even,
to
like,
LA.
I'm
Hey,
Canadian, bro. I don't know nothing.
Getting called racist for being a tourist is crazy.
Yeah, how
Damn, I didn't even know.
yo, how ass backwards is that shit? Like,
That shit is crazy. That shit is super crazy.
Yeah,
Welcome
all that
to
tension,
LA, man.
Racial tension, man.
I really want to go to LA. That's one spot that I do want to go to.
Oh,
in
it's
the
beautiful.
United States.
It's
That's
beautiful.
One of the cities I
But
really
yeah,
want
speaking
to
of
see.
actually no, I gotta finish. There was one more story about the football game though. After I thought that shit was crazy,
Yeah.
then I saw some shit that was really crazy.
What's that?
So we're at the football game. It's not that crazy, but I just mean that kind of crazy. Either way. So we're at the game, and it like breaks for an intermission. So this guy walks up from like 2 rows by the front because we're in like 20th row.
Yeah.
So we were like super close, but this guy was like up close, and he starts walking up, and he's decked out in all Packers gear, like super like 40-year-old white American football fan.
Yeah.
And guess what else he was rocking?
Was it
the MAGA hat.
I was gonna fucking say
And I'm-
that.
Actually, they have a green matching one.
Nah, it wasn't even matching. That shit looked so off. So you look like a Christmas tree in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, that's how you know you're racist when you would do your clash colors like that shit to rock the MAGA hat. Like you're super
But
racist.
what makes okay? There's a big black conservative fucking thing the other day, and they're all wearing
it's
MAGA
kinda-
hats. So
Yeah.
do we call them racist? Because it doesn't make sense. They can't be considered racist for wearing a hat.
Well, I wasn't trying to get too.
I know. I'm just putting it.
I just
fucking around.
I
bro.
pointed at him
I'm
and
just
I was
saying, I'm
like,
just
"Yo,
saying.
this is the definition of the American racist right
Yeah.
here." As he walked by, he looked like he'd be racist though. Like you know, how sometimes you just look at a motherfucker and you're like, "I bet he's racist."
So you were looking for the other guy, like, hey
motherfucker's
man, what
fucked
you
up.
calling this motherfucker out? You calling me out, bro? Like, come check this guy out.
Yo, I wish I could have. I should have got his number and been like, "Nah, I ain't racist, but I'll call you when I find one."
Right,
And then when it got to the game, be like, "Yo, I found that motherfucker. Come press him.
Yeah,
We're 30 minutes downtown."
yeah. We'll tag team and we'll fucking do whatever. That's awesome, man.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, MLNY, Maloney, Breaking Records Radio. You know what it is. I'm just here to tell you guys right now that if any of my smokers out there, basically, any of my Canadian smokers, now that it's legal, what you got to do is you got to head over to thccollection.com and check them out. And make sure you use the promo code HIPHOP. That's HIPHOP. And that's all capital letters. Save 10% on every purchase that you make. Anytime. They got everything. They got deals every single day of the week, which include like free whatever with whatever you buy. And my favorite is Tulip Tuesday. You can get $100 ounces, and that's only on Tuesdays. And you save 10% on every purchase with the promo code HIPHOP, all caps. That's HIPHOP. So make sure you go over there, check them out. That's thccollection.com for all your good medible needs, for all your good greenery, your extracts, and all that good stuff.